Remember when I made that video in the 14th Springfield arc saying that the tall red and white tower in St. Robert's was actually a tall red and white tower clone? Well, I told you all you'll find out what it was later. Now it's time to find out what a tall red and white tower is. A tall red and white clone tower is. Before we get into the video, well, just before we get into looking at the stuff, we're going to I'm going to explain what they are. It's basically a tall red and white tower with a certain type of top platform. I don't know what the name of the platform is, but it looks so cool, and they're not too common. Um, they're scattered around America. I mean, this type of platform is scattered around Missouri, though. We only got like just one, literally just one out of Missouri as of now. And then we also got a semi-clone that's also out of Missouri, but every other tower in the list, I believe, might be in Missouri. Uh, Actually, no, I realize there's three other mysterious towers. I have no idea where they're located at. So yeah, usually they're red and white. They have at least two sets of beacons with the cool platform. That's usually how they are, but some of them can also look a little different. They can be gray. They can have they could be smaller, just one set of beacons and all that stuff. So yeah, let me show you all that I found. Starting off with the original one, we got the first tall red and white clone tower. It has first gen LEDs, night mode only first gen LEDs, two sets of them with the 20 flash per minute night mode, which is the old school 324 night mode, and it has working markers too. It's red and white. I have no idea what beacons it had before, but I'm guessing it used to have 300 millimeters back then. So yeah, it has markers like I said, and it still has its cool platform to this day. So it hasn't been removed yet. For some reason, this platform is being removed off of these towers for some reason. Some of them don't have them anymore, sadly, but there's a few that still do. This was built in the 90s too. I forgot to mention. Uh, I was lied to through Antenna Search. Antenna Search said this was built in 2006, but Satellite View on Google Earth actually revealed that this thing has been around since the 90s. So I believe it had 300 millimeters back then, out of all things, because that was a very common beacon back then. I filmed this tower quite a few times already. My favorite video of this tower is what you're able to see right now. You can see the screenshot in the middle, the picture in the middle at least. That's taken from the video that I made of it during Christmas 2020. I'm pretty sure. That's my favorite video of the tower. Now it's time for its brother. This is the second tall red and white clone tower. So it has dual mode, which means it has white and red first gen LEDs. And if you don't know what first gen LEDs, they're old school LEDs, but I'm trying to call them first gen LEDs now because it kind of sounds more proper, and that's what everybody else is using. But I still think old school kind of sounds better. So yeah, it has old school LEDs with the exact same night mode that the first tower has. The 20 flash per minute 324 night mode. It has markers. I have no idea what beacons it had before, but there is 2011 Street View of it. A certain month of 2011 Street. There's a certain month that was taken in 2011 that showed this tower's old beacons, but it was from the highway, so it was at a little distance, so I couldn't really tell what it was. So I have no idea what it had back then, but I guess it might have had 300 millimeters back then, which I hope it didn't because its LEDs are white and red. I really hope it had more white and red beacons, white and dual beacons back then, like FH324s or something. Like, yeah, I really hope so. It has markers thankfully, but it did lose its cool platform, or at least half of it. You see those three antennas are just sticking out. Well, those three little sticking out antenna things. They've been removed, but the rest of the platform still remains, I guess. It doesn't look the same anymore. Obviously, I wish this didn't happen. Like they could have kept those antennas on there, but no, I guess not. So it lost its cool platform, but still kind of has it. This next one, though, the third tall red and white clone tower. This here is very different from the other two. You want to know why? It's obviously gray instead of red and white. It also has dual mode white and red LEDs, but I have no idea what LEDs they are because I never seen it at night, and there's no video of it at night at all that I know of. So I filmed this before, like just once. I'm pretty sure. I forgot to mention I filmed the second tower quite a few times too. So yeah, this here did lose its cool platform, sadly. Well, actually, we're not actually at that yet. I have no idea what old beacon setup it had. It probably either had dual strobes, single strobes, or the strobe and 300mm setup. So that's why I would imagine. I have no idea what it had though. Like, for I here's something I really hate. This tower is it's located right next to a road that has where its new street view is it's new obviously, and then its old street view is too old. There's no in between. So that's why I'm pretty sure at least. So yeah, that's not good. I don't know what beacons it had back then because of that. So yeah, there's that. I wish Google Maps decided to use their high quality cameras for every every single little town and city and road and all that stuff instead of being used for just big cities and big cities only. Just stupid. Yeah, they have good quality 2009 and 2008 Street View, but it's only for big cities. Alright, now then, it's time for the fourth tall red and white clone tower. My arm hurts for some reason. Can't lift it up. It's like I got a shot or something. There's I did film this, but from a far distance. So it's not the best of videos. It's not very great. But yeah, I wondered what that tower was because I all I know in that is that it had two sets of LEDs. I could see that. So eventually I found it on Google Maps, and I seen it, and I realized that, oh crap, it's one of those towers. So yeah, it has two sets of I have no idea what LEDs it has. I don't know if they're white only or white and red, but they're not red only. I seen it at day, and they have a day mode. I have no idea if this thing shines red or not. So yeah, it's red and white. I don't know its old beacon setup. It probably had 300 millimeters, dual strobes, or single strobes. I don't know either one of those. Or like I said with the third tower, the strobe and 300 millimeter setup. Marker status is unknown, and it lost its cool platform as you can see. So yeah, oh man, my arm. Holy crap! Why is it so sore? I've been trying to lift it up and stuff, see how sore it was, and it hurts like a. I don't think I'll ever be able to film this up close. I can't really see any circumstances to where I would be able to. It's just kind of just in the middle of nowhere. The only time I'll ever be able to film it again is from a far distance, and that's not good. And I'll be in the car, which will be even worse. So bumpy road, trees, and all that stuff can get in my way. Fifth, the fifth tall red and white clone tower, and the white is cut off, huh? So this has two sets of LEDs, but there's a little confusion. So this here was a tower that I filmed around the beginning of the South Dakota arc, I vividly remember it having I remember it having a day mode. I vividly remember it having some day mode. Um, but yeah, I don't know. When I watched the video of it, I didn't see any day mode whatsoever. It's just I guess it just night mode only, and I've just been severely misremembering it. I'm not sure whatsoever. It's red and white though, and unlike the other four towers, I actually know this tower's old beacon setup. One day I was at school, I found this tower while searching for the tower. I found it. I don't make sense. So I looked at its old street view, and I found out that it actually had two sets of 300 millimeters. I have no idea if modern or old school. Um, I would imagine modern 300 millimeters, but I'm not sure. So yeah, it had 300 millimeters back then. So I really hope it doesn't have white and red LEDs. I really hope it just has red only LEDs. Putting on the marker status is unknown, and I guess it still has its cool platform. Last time I seen it was August 2021, and it had it then. This one is a little special since it actually has some antennas on it. Like, not cell antennas, actually has other antennas on the top. They're just sticking out, you can see. That's a little unique. But the next tower is I forgot to mention something else. The top is actually gray instead of red and white like the other red and white towers. There's something else that makes it unique from the other towers, at least the other red and white clones. But the next tower is even more unique than this one. The six tall red and white clone tower. So this one here, it has a, it's it. Originally when I was making this, originally I just said this was like a semi clone, but my mind kept on telling me, no, 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 Big LT. It's an actual clone, no semi clone here. So I decided to go ahead and make it the six tall red and white clone tower. It has a dual mode first gen old school LED or a 370 maybe, since 370s can actually have the 20 flash per minute, the not the bad one, the good one, the 324 night mode. It's gray, obviously. I have no idea what beacon it had before. Probably had a dual strobe or a single strobe. I don't know. It has markers and it lost its cool platform. So speaking of beacons, there's something that I've been noticing. Um, do you see that? This is like this picture was taken from older Street View. But I don't know about you all, but I see a single strobe. Does that look like a single strobe to you all? That kind of looks like a single strobe. I have no idea though. It just looks like it to me. But it's not there anymore though. Obviously, it has an LED now. I have no idea how long it had its LED. Either either it's just a 370 with the old school LED night mode, or it actually has an old school LED. And y'all know that they're old school, so they've been around since like the 2000s. So this thing might have had an LED for quite a while, possibly. I filmed this at least 3 or 4 times, I'm pretty sure, and I never got the chance to film it with its cool platform because I'm pretty sure in the very first Salem arc, um, pretty sure it by that time it already lost its cool platform because yeah, you can see it was replaced by a generic set of antennas, generic platform. So that sucks. I'm pretty sure there's a picture of this tower getting its original platform removed on Google. I remember a long time ago I was looking for pictures of the old Rolla Highway Patrol Tower. Obviously no success in that. But while searching I found that picture. I was just like, "Hey, yo, this kind of looks like that one tower." So I took a screenshot of it, but I just can't seem to find it anymore. I don't know if I deleted it or something else happened, but I could have sworn it was there. I screenshot it once, and I can't find it. So I never filmed it at night, but I filmed it at day mode. The only time I could ever film this thing at night is on Highway. I can only film it from a distance too. So yeah, there's going to be trees and stuff as well. It's not going to be the best video. Now, time for number 7. The 7th tall red and white clone tower. This here is the tower I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Um, when I was going to Springfield during the 14th Springfield arc, I passed by the tower, obviously. And I kept on looking at it because I was suspecting that it could possibly be one of the clone towers. So I was looking closely at its platform with my glasses, and it kind of looked like it. And I tracked it down. Like I did that a few times with no Street View success though. But for some reason, there's Street View that either it's brand new or I never known about it before. But yeah, it does have the platform, you can see. It has two sets of first gen old school LEDs and stuff. It has the FH324 night mode too. It's red and white. Old beacons unknown, but hopefully it had strobes back then. Has markers, but still has. I messed up on the thing. I said has markers, still has markers below it. That's pretty funny, but still. And it still has its cool platform, though it's not on the very top like the others. So this is a little unique. This here has been a pretty nostalgic tower. I remember this from every time I would go to Springfield when I was younger, early 2010s and stuff. It still had LEDs then. So yeah, it had LEDs since the 2010. I would believe, I don't know, or 2011, I don't know. But it had LEDs for the for the majority of the 2010, if not the entire 2010. So it's pretty nice to know that this tower is one of those clone towers, a tall red and white clone tower. It's nice to know that. Now we're getting into the mysterious ones I have no pictures of whatsoever. We got a mysterious 8th tall red and white clone tower, so I'm going to explain. This clone tower was shown on one of the Discord servers I'm in, but I can't find a picture or Google Maps link, possibly. But I remember it having two sets of dual LEDs, but I forgot what LEDs were on it. So yeah, there's one time Merzen or somebody posted posted a picture or a Google Maps link of one of these clone towers, and I can't find it. I asked him about it, but he brung up a completely different tower. I didn't want to bug him about it because I'm not a big fan of bugging people about things. So I was just like, yeah, yeah, it's fine. I don't really need pictures of it anyway. So I looked around on the old tower server and a few other group chats and stuff, and I couldn't find anything whatsoever. It's just lost forever, I guess. I would love to know where it is and stuff because it looked just like the very, very first tower. It looked like the first and second tower. Yeah, that's stupid to say, knowing that they all look the same mostly, but yeah, it really did resemble those two towers in looks, and the platform kind of looked a little different from the third through what we're at now. Eh, I don't know. I don't want to explain anymore. Let's get on with it. The tower was red and white. Old beacons obviously unknown. Marker status unknown. And cool platform status unknown as well. But at least I know it has white and red LEDs because I'm pretty sure whoever posted the tower on the server, whatever server, said what LEDs it has. Every time I imagine every time I imagine what LEDs it has, I keep on imagining it having two sets of 370 FTS 370s with the crappy 20 flash per minute night mode for some reason. That's just yeah, that's just that, I guess. Here's the next mysterious one. This is a mysterious ninth tall red and white clone tower from a drone video, out of all things. A long time ago, I watched a video about tower inspections, how they're done, and one of the little towers they showed as a demonstration was one of these clone towers. So yeah, it was another tall red and white clone tower. I can't find a video though. I've been trying to find it for quite some time while making this, but I had no success. But I remember it appeared to have night mode only LEDs. The tower was also red and white. Obviously, obviously, old beacons, marker status, and cool platform status are all unknown because I never tracked down a tower. It might possibly be one of the previous towers we looked at. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. All right, here's one I completely forgot about. So when I was looking for the tower in Oklahoma, I found this in one of the GCs. I posted a picture too. So I guess I watched a PBS video about cell towers or cell phones or something like that. The mysterious 10th tall red and white clone tower. It literally the only thing I know about this tower is that it's red and white. I don't know anything else whatsoever. It might be one of the towers we already looked at. I'm not sure, but it possibly might be. Here, hold on. I'm going to look at the guy wire anchors real fast and determine if this might be one of the towers we already looked at or not. It has the same type of guy wire anchors that the second tower has, so this might be a very old video clip of the second tower in this video, but it doesn't have a lot of the microwave antennas that it does now. So yeah, those the other microwave antennas that it has now might be brand new, or newer at least. I don't know. I like to believe this is a separate tower. I don't know. I'm not sure really. So the tower in the picture had like a few antenna. Had a photo thing just appeared. There's a few microwave dishes at the bottom, like two right next to each other. So let me see. Oh, they're not there. They might be two different towers, but I'm not sure whatsoever. I'm not sure at all. I have no idea. Alright, now it's time to get into our last tower, and this one's also in Oklahoma. This is a Oklahoma tower. It's a semi tall red and white clone tower. So when I asked Merson about the other Oklahoma tall red and white tower clone, he responded with, "Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about." And then he posted a link to this tower, and I was just like, "Oh no, this is not the right tower. That's not what I'm looking for." So yeah, I really don't want to bug him about it. So I was debating if I should really put this on the list or not. And I looked at the top of it, and it kind of looks like that cool platform, just a little bit. You see in the middle, yeah, the middle of the platform looks a lot like the that cool platform that all the towers we already looked at has or had. So I was just like, you know what? What the hell? Let's put this in as a semi clone tower. So obviously the platform is not the same, but still looks like it from um, satellite view. Now this tower speaking setup is pretty weird. So I remember when this all happened, Merzen one day said that there's a tower in the Oklahoma tower farm that recently got LEDs. He said it used to have just one 300 millimeter on top, but it was replaced by two FTS 370s, and get this, they are both right below the platform, just right below the platform. And they had a day mode too. I didn't know they were day mode and night mode, but I assumed they were. I mean, I didn't know they were red or white and red, but I assumed they were. But recently, I found out that it's actually both LEDs below are actually white only. I had never seen a beacon replacement like this before. It's weird, you know. A 300 millimeter gets replaced by two white only FTS 370s, which is it's called the FTS 370W, W standing for white. They're both below the platform, and they're both white only. That's literally the opposite of the color it flashed before. So it used to have a 300 millimeter, like I said. It has no markers for the LEDs because they're white only, but it does have leftover 300 millimeter markers. As you can see, just had one set. So I believe this might have had a modern, maybe, but I'm also seeing a little white dot at the very top of the platform earlier that we're talking about, you know. So that might be an old school 300 millimeter, but I'm not sure. And I guess it still has its cool platform, um, because Merson never said anything about it getting removed. So I guess it's still there. So yeah, that was the tall red and white tower clone family. So there's that. See y'all later. Bye.